among all of us. I'm going to call one by one to present their topic. So we'll go through alphabetical order. So first, I'm going to invite our Dr. Meshach.
According to Shakespeare, love happens in Midsummer Night's Dreams. Hollywood dramatizes the overwhelming moment as when the eyes meet, when the body tingles, when lips touch in silent wonder, then love happens. So the whole concept of love has been dependent on what the eye sees, what the hands and the body touches, what the lips and the tongue feels. So we'll talk about emotional infatuation and sexual appeal. So that is what we describe love in these our days. But the type of love that God demonstrated and taught us is far, far, far beyond emotional feelings and sexual appeal. As Shakespeare taught us, Hollywood decided to dramatize. The love God demonstrated and taught us is action first. What you give or what you do, action first, followed by selfless endurance, commitment, and sacrifice. This is the type of love that the Lord teaches us, that God teaches us, is action. What you do, okay, what you give, followed by selfless endurance, commitment, and sacrifice. And I can tell you that this kind of love never ends. This kind of love always grows. So love is action. First is action, followed by feelings. So when you are putting love as a concept, it is what you do first before feelings. Unfortunately, today people are talking about feeling. So true love goes beyond romanticizing. True love goes beyond pleasure. True love goes beyond physical appearance. True love goes beyond emotions. And true love goes beyond feelings. And I can say that where there is true love, there is life. In other words, the absence of true love is death. Where there is true love, we have life. The absence of it is death. So for any relationship to last long, there must be true love, which is action, endurance, commitment, and sacrifice. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And your topic really love. Love is a God gift thing between among us in all relation, and love is a bonding. Then if we don't have love in any relation, we cannot be attached with anyone. And love is not at all a physical appearance, it's a connection of hearts. So you well said. Thank you so much. We'll move on to the next our speaker. Our next speaker is Miss Nupur ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am, giving me this opportunity. My topic is helping others, and helping others is a great virtue, and it brings out our humanity. And in our society, so many people help each other, like doctor, nurse, teacher, and police, and so many workers. They always help us to develop our society. Like in our society, so many type of needs, like economically, monetary help, any person. We can help our education. This is one kind of help. We can mental support, and some people we can courage. This is also help. And this help not only person to person. One person help other person, they are bonding, they are become friend, and they feel good. We help our large community. We help state to state. Any state natural disaster, then other state help them, medicine, food, so many help they come. So they become friend each other. Country to country help us. Our country help nowadays. So many country are economy problem. Rich people, they help their poor people also. It's big help. In our country, so many organizations have. They always help needy people. So many organizations like Ramakrishna Mission, Bharat Sevasam, they always help needy people. And one thing I heard that in big country, rich country, they when go to any restaurant, they purchase two. They said one cup on table and one cup of on the wall. They paid 2 cup of tea. Any needy person came, any beggar came, then he or she stick out the stick and they provide the food. A big country, they also help this kind of. So helping is a big virtue and a noble work. Help each other. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Nupur ma'am. You said very well. Really help. Like with the help, we all are connected with each other. So it's not a compulsion that we help at home. On big level, whoever are needed people, we can help. And if we help to each other on any time, we also will get the help. So really, it's a very nice topic, and I want a big round of applause for you because the initiation you have done to speak, it's really appreciable. Thank you so much. Keep doing.
Thank you.
Okay, now next myself is Rashmi Rathi, and I'm an Indian, but currently from 13 to 14 years I'm in Mauritius, and I'm a pranic healer as a profession, and managing home. Today my topic is SUZs. So SUZs. It is the most crippled disease of mankind nowadays, because when people make excuses when they are not capable enough to do something in their life. If we know our targets in our life, what we have to do, like we know our vision in our life, definitely we will never follow the path of excuses. So it's very important in our life to know what we want to do in our life. And whoever in their life making excuses, they cannot be a good person or successful person in their life. Sometimes I want to give an example, like in our daily routine, we as a elder people, first initially it start with us because we are the reflection for our children, our new generation. If we make excuses, then our children also follow the same thing. Like if we know some people are coming in our life to help, they will ask help, or they are coming in our home when we want to take the rest. Then what we do? We provoke our kids to tell lie to them. That maybe tell we are not at home or we don't receive the call. Our children just watch the same thing, what we are doing in our life. When we do the same, they follow the same. When they get mature, they involve in their professional life. When we want to know what are you doing, where are you, and what time exactly you are returning to home, then they will show the same path we have followed because they have learned from us. Then they will not pick up our call and they will say, I was in the class, or maybe I was driving, I couldn't pick your call. So that time we can't complain, we can't expect our children to do more, because if we are doing wrong, they will follow the wrong things. Sometimes what happens, we make excuses when someone needy people want our help. So we should not do this, because when we committed, when we promised to someone to help, really we should do, because sometimes it doesn't make a difference for us, but maybe for the other people, we are the last person in their hands. We will make excuses, will not help enough. So maybe the people can be rejected somewhere, they can be unworthy, or maybe they can be depressed also. So it's very important in our life, we should never make excuses to help. If you don't want to help, if you don't want to give in their life, so never make excuses, and whatever is there, the situation, please tell them directly. So maybe needy time or requirement time, they won't expect with you much. Excuses is procrastination. Means if it's delaying, always we get any target or something in our life to do, finish our goal, we always habit of delaying. Then what we do in our office, in front of our children, and in our workplace, we also make the excuses because we have done delayed work. So always will we make excuses. that, oh, because of this, because of that, I couldn't do my work. So why to make excuses? So we should finish our work on time. So it will be better for us. We will not be the patient of anymore for the excuses. Now here I'll give the example and inspiration like our Ram Babu sir in our life. He is never make excuses in his work. I have learned with him. Or whatever flyer, agenda, whatever he's making, he's always set on time. So he's motivation for us, he's inspirational for us. We should learn with him. And if we'll do like that, if we'll set our vision, our goal, our achievement, for that we should have to be aware in our life. We have to come from comfort zone, and success will not get at home with our comfort zone. We have to go beyond that. Then only we can get the success. So thank you from my side. Now we'll move on to the next. Our speaker is Coach Sandra ma'am.
Thank you so much. I'm Sandra Almeida from Dream City of Mumbai. I'm an assistant professor and coach at sharEvery. Since last 17 years, I'm in teaching profession. Teaching is not just a noble profession for me, but it's a passion for me. I'm a passionate teacher and a lifelong learner. My topic is the great joy of giving. So I would start with receiving first. Everybody likes to receive gifts, but that particular happiness or joy is short-lived. So we should try on giving. When we try to give, it is like an act of compassion, kindness. And who can give? A great heart. Those who are fulfilled and satisfied, only they can give it to others. So try giving it to others. When we give, when we extend hand to others, what will happen? That satisfaction level, that happiness comes from within. We can say it as inner happiness. It initiates from within. And that does not depend on any of the circumstances. So let me cover the word joy. The great joy of giving. What is joy? Happiness, gladness, based on circumstances? No. Then what is it? Is it absence of suffering? Not at all. It's not an absence of suffering, but presence of God in our life. I would like to put forth the words of one of my role models, that is late Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. He used to say, every girl likes to be beautiful and every man likes to be handsome. But give your hand to some and become handsome. Extend your help to somebody to raise somebody. So here I would like to tell you one story. But before that, I would like to make a point that, have you heard about the politicians or great sportsmen? But we forget after passage of certain time, isn't it? But noble personalities like Gandhiji and Mother Teresa, we never forget them because of their acts of kindness. Because such act creates ripples. Like if we throw a stone in water, it creates ripples. It has lasting effect. Same effect kindness or joy of giving is having. So when we give, that happiness, that gladness is forever. And that's why the greatest joy is in giving. So before moving, I'd also mention before you one small thing, that whenever we used to ask, one person asked Mother Teresa that why you are doing this for poor and creepy peoples. So she used to take 5 fingers of right hand of that person and she used to touch and say, I do it for him, for God. So I see God in everyone. So now my story is, one person, he was getting ready, putting his buttons and going to office. At that time his wife said, hey, what are you putting in laundry? He told, my clothes. She told, don't put so many clothes because for next 2 days, our domestic help is going to her village for some festival. So please don't put so much of luggage or clothes in that washing basket. So her husband told, okay, fine, I'll manage it for 2 days. Then she told, can we give 500 rupees note to domestic help? Because she is going to village to meet her granddaughter, her daughter and her son-in-law. So he told, why right now? We don't have money. Can we give it the next month? Because next festival is coming. She told, of course not. We have to give it right now. How she is going to spend? The expenses are so much and it's too expensive nowadays. I am going to help that lady. But the man was stubborn. He was not ready to listen anything. And this lady finally decided, okay, instead of spending 500 today night on a pizza, I'm going to donate that to my domestic help. The man said, wow, great. You're snatching pizza just for the sake of helping the domestic help. But she told, yes, I'm going to do it right now. And she extended the help to domestic help. After 2 days, the domestic help was back. And you know, she was helping. She was dusting the house and cleaning the floor. At that time, this person said, hey, how was your festival? She said it was excellent. And sir, thanks to you and your wife that you had given me 500 rupees bonus. With that, I'm so happy and so thankful to you. God bless both of you always. He told, may I ask you something? Can you tell me how you had spent that? She told, why not, sir? From that 500, I gave 150 rupees dress for my granddaughter, 40 rupees doll to my granddaughter, 50 rupees sweets I purchased for entire family, 25 rupees bangles for my daughter, 40 rupees belt for my son-in-law, and then we went to fair. There I spent about 60 rupees note for the fair, and remaining 75 rupees I had spent on, I had kept for myself, and while returning I handed it over to my daughter so that I purchase notebooks and pencils for her daughter, that is my granddaughter. And this man was shocked. So many things, rupees 500. My God, that day that man had an inner reflection. What I was going to buy, just 8 pieces of pizza for 500. But this domestic help got lots of things from that 500. And that is the lesson for us. I am not even saying that don't spend on yourself. But while spending on yourself, you can try to share a little bit with somebody else. While you are trying to lift yourself and raise your standard of living, start raising your standard of giving by extending your hand to somebody else. So before the time is over, start giving and start living your life with legacy. Over to you, Rashmi ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am, Sandra ma'am. It was very inspirational talk. We have learned so many things that as we expect receiving, we must learn to give. And you added so many quotes, Mahatma Gandhi ji, domestic help. So it was very inspirational for me. And with Sandra ma'am, now the time to move on. Next speaker is Coach Shyama Marikar ma'am.
Thank you, Coach Rashmi. Very good evening, good afternoon,
evening,
and good morning, all. This is Coach Shyama from Oman. I'm a certified trainer, NLP and Mindfulness Master Practitioner, and I'm also a science teacher. So, today I would like to talk on the topic worrying is a destructive habit. So we all know about worrying, right? We all go through this emotion, right? What is worrying? Worrying is something just like other emotions. It's also an emotion. So we worry about many things. Mainly we worry about the things that which has happened in the past, or at times we worry about the future. This is a common, normal mindset for everyone, right? We have that. Either we think about the past and we worry, oh, why did I do that? It could have happened this way. I should have done this way. It shouldn't have happened this way. Then we things that are not our control, but still we think about that. And if you take the future, let's say about the future. Tomorrow you have to do some project, and you just think about that and thinking over about, imagining about it, and you just make yourself, put yourself or your mind in an uncomfortable position. This is, we say, worrying, right? So why we call it worrying is a destructive habit. Do you agree with that statement? Who is opposing that statement? Or do you agree with that? Yes, right? We all agree, because worrying is taking away today's life, the present, current moment's joy. We are supposed to live in the present moment, right? So most of the time, if you catch yourself, just sometimes we are not aware about it, but if you catch yourself thinking about past event or the future thing, you will come to know that you forgot about the today's work. Your mind simply wanders and make judgments about the things which has happened in the past. So can we do anything about it which has already happened? So there is no point of judging that, right? It has already happened, finished. The past is past. But we have the habit of that's going and wondering what happened, running in our mind for 2-3 days. Sometimes from very past years also, we just imagining and digging the stories, and we just run through our mind. Because all this happens because our mind is like a monkey. We have that, we say, na, monkey is all the time chatting, like that. Same way, our mind has a part of our mind, our belief system all the time is nagging, like saying something about bad things and you're not good enough. All these negative things comes from a part of our monkey mind. So this is the natural thing. We cannot stop that monkey mind. So we cannot stop worrying also. So what is that, what we can do here? So we continuously keep on worrying because our monkey mind, what it happens, it's just keep on thinking. So what we can do is, we can give our monkey mind a job. Keep yourself occupied, keep busy. So when you're being busy, you forget about the things. Just imagine that when you're in your best holidays only, you will go to the very past memories, right? And you will take all those memories and you will just, your monkey mind will do that revising and bringing that, oh, this, sometimes it would be nice to, if it is a good memory, to revise it and enjoy it and cherish it. But the worrying means that we just think that it should have happened this way. I could have done this way. Why this happened to me? Why me? So these type of questions arise in our mind, and what we happen if we too much, if we take into worriness, we just go beyond that negative spiral. We say negative spiral in the sense like worrying. After that we get worrying, anxiety, all these things will lead to depression. This is the worst part of it. So we should be able to guide our thoughts and our mind, stop from worrying. What can we do here now? Let's say, like for example, a child is having exam tomorrow. So it is quite natural that a child is worrying, right? They get worried. Even my daughter is having exams now. That's why I'm relating to that. She's all the time, she has that anxiety, that worrying, Mama, I don't know what will come for the next tomorrow's exam paper, like that, right? So we all have that. It's okay to worry. That time, if you want to be a productive person, to just get rid of this destructiveness, what you can do is, what can I do for that? That the worrying is mainly, it is destructive, we say, because it predicts the worst thing. So exam thing, let's say you will find all the difficult, tough questions your mind imagine. So how you can prevent that? First, you have to analyze the situation. Okay, what are the units I have to cover? What chapters I have to finish? So have I done the exam papers, past papers? So things has to be done, right? Can be done to avoid such happening, that worst thing. In this way, we have to set our mind, or just practice our mind to think the solution, not the problem. Another thing that we can do is, when we find out that we are worrying about something, right? So first we analyze it and figure out what could go wrong. All right, so we are specific about the thing that which could go wrong. Second thing we can do is what we have to accept mentally that even the worst happen, I'll be fine. So prepare your mind mentally for the worst, not only for the exam, let's say for a pandemic situation, right? No one could do anything about it. Worrying is just our mind worries and nothing happens, right? So we have to accept it. Whatever happens, it will happen. So we have to tell our mind repeatedly that it might happen, but I have to be okay. I have to accept it. Cooperate with inevitables, we say. We cannot control it, out of our control, and that is the second part. Third thing is what we can do is, but even though you accept it, you can do something about it, right? So work on the calmly for the avoid the worst. These are the three things we can do. And one more thing, worrying is not good only for your mind, also it affects your body, especially your immune system, your circulation system, your glands, and profoundly your heart. So stop worrying and start living. Over to you, Rashmi ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Whatever you said that we always carry our past in our life. Carrying the past, we don't enjoy our future or whatever present time. So if we, that you said that if we go for enjoy with the family time and we carry our past or our whatever like bad happenings, things we keep on repeating, we won't be able to enjoy. And whatever in our life has to happen, it will happen. Some things are beyond our control. So you said well that instead of think and worry more, we should keep on doing our work. And like you have give very nice example of your daughter, keep on thinking and they worry for their exams. So instead of that, if we will focus more practices and the way they can do more practice, it will help for them more. So thank you so much.